I just made a message in the war room to a guy after I paid my dad's house off. He's like, I had this goal, I didn't hit it or whatever. I said, don't worry. I said, there's been many periods in my life that I've had internal growth, which was this: work, 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 no results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, 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 no results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, 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 no results, I'm a little bit better. Work, boom.
Just got paid.
I just got paid. And it looks like overnight success.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, it happened in a year. No, bro, it doesn't. Because if you do all those things, even if nothing happens and you know you're doing the right thing and you're on track, overnight success becomes this easy thing because you were internally growing and then the bubble popped. And then boom, it looks like you were doing it all along. And I think a lot of people, they can't push gratitude down the road. That was something we were taught in the 80s. I feel like 80s, 90s, right?
You mean delaying gratification?
Yeah, delayed gratification. That's a muscle I think that a young man right now doesn't normally have.
Because it's too easy to get too many things straight away.
Yeah, and it's also a dangerous thing. So you look at like some of these crypto guys or some of these guys that figure out online business, smart, intelligent guys, but they're getting rich like 22, 23, and I'm not mad at them.
No.
I'll tell you right now, if I had the opportunity that these young men had, like in the real world, and they can go learn from a millionaire directly exactly how to do something and make money right there, and they got 15, 20 other guys in the chat room right now saying, I had that same problem yesterday, I did this and I made a sale. Bro, I'd have been all over that, believe me. What's scary about that is that kid ends up getting a Lambo and he skips the gym. He skips the sparring, or he skips, spending the time like working on himself internally. So in addition to money, you have to work on all those areas of your life, because you can fill up the money bucket. You can be a rich dude, but you're a slob, right?
Well, and that money can exaggerate all those weak traits you have within you. Yeah.
And it makes you really hollow. I always say there's buckets, and all of them can fill up. So you could be super in shape, body like just ready to go on stage all the time, but be broke, or not have worked on yourself intellectually, not understand the world, not work on your fashion or your sense of how to deal with a person, shake a hand, look somebody in the eye. They're things that really matter. Because a high level man, a guy like you, a guy like Sartorial, a guy like Andrew, Tristan, they're gonna know if you're not making proper eye contact, shaking hands the right way. They're gonna see that brittleness inside of here, because they've been through it. And I think that's very risky for a young man as well. In a world where you can make a lot of money really fast, you can skip a lot of things that are gonna be foundationally important to your development as a person.
Yeah, you didn't learn who you needed to become to manage that money.
Right.
Because you can't just, people always win lotteries or get given inheritances and nearly always go bust. Because the money without the lessons and the sweat and the muscle tissue built to handle it can just be a curse.
Absolutely. And it can kind of expose your life in a lot of ways. Is sometimes those people, many times the lottery winners end up losing it in 2 or 3
Nearly
years.
all the ways.
Always.
I did research for my book on money. In nearly all cases, they are worst off, and within 2 or 3 years, because they don't know what to do with the money.
Right.
And people will do with the money what they've always done with the money. So you give them more money, they'll just exaggerate their flaws.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. In fact, it's one of my biggest fears. In the last month and a half, I bought 147 doors. Actually, that's not true. In the last quarter, I've done it. And that is simply my fear of being that guy that made a bunch of money once and then blew it. I just don't want that in my life. I have a great lifestyle, but I am shoving money into real estate, as are you. And that's the rich no matter what money, and it's the things, it's like my whole life I dreamed of having real estate. It's just, there was no internet. So I built steel buildings for over a decade. I'm 13 years last month. And that's a hard business. I didn't have the Real World or Hustlers University or anything like that. So that wasn't an option for me. So like we bootstrapped it, right? It's the only way we knew. And now that money's coming in from that vehicle, I'll be damned if I spend it all on. Now, I have a very nice life, but at least I know to diversify and shove just big chunks into cash flow and real estate, much like you're doing, because I want to make for damn sure in 15 years, those properties are paying me and paying me well. So building a machine and understanding what it takes to build a real business in the real world, I think is still a very important skill. I believe that any person that has to go through managing people. You know, we're talking about you have 110 employees. People don't comprehend just how difficult that can be on a daily basis. Dealing with the interaction, not just with the employee's wife that wants him to get a raise that comes into your office, the excuses they have, the sick children, you know, the bonus they need because they have a bad credit score, or a raise they need because they have a bad credit score and can't buy their wife a car, or just all the things that they bring to you that are most oftentimes personal, in my case, in construction. And you have to navigate through that, help the right people, let the wrong people go, try to build people up, hope they don't snake you and leave. I mean, there's a lot to it, but it's very character building. And it creates this, in my opinion, like you're able to see patterns after dealing with enough employees that you know who to hire and who not to, or who to really invest in and who not to. And I think a guy that if he gets it too quickly, he's not gonna know. And that's one of those other things, like he didn't build the muscle, so he gets wrecked.
Yeah.
And then he lives this bitter life blaming this other person when if he had gone through enough reps of building that business slow or building himself slow, because I completely agree with you. It takes going through the interchanges to be in a position to really fly that plane, you know, particularly in a business. You know, when it happens just boom overnight, or if it's a crypto pump, that's when it's like, oh, I'm up here at 30,000 feet. I don't know how to drive this thing. It's tricky.
Yeah, it is. It's weird because, like you, if I could have got into crypto at 21, I'd have been all over
yeah.
it. I wouldn't be going, oh no, I better not get into this because it's a bit too early for me and I haven't earned my stripes yet. I'll wait 10 years.
I would have done it. I would have took the paper, bro, straight up. Yeah, no, I completely agree. And it's not even their fault.
And they might be listening to us thinking, listen to these 1980s babies telling us what to do. They don't know.
No, but you know what's really funny is I've met a bunch of these dudes, and they've hit crypto pumps. But they'll come to me on the side and be like, hey, what do you think about this? You know, I appreciate those type guys, you know, they're like, look, they might not flat out say it, but they'll ask you something in confidence like, hey, I got this going on. What would you do? Like, I have some big influencers that are young guys that message me on the side, and I'll spend time helping.
Well, that's good that they do that.
Yeah, no, and I admire that about them.
Because a lot of them
that's why
don't,
I continue to do it.
Yeah.
There's one of them in particular, he's super famous. He'll message me about his girl situation. And dude, I'll never say his name, but I respect him because of that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, good for him, bro, because I wouldn't be where I am without my mentors and the people that helped me. One of the smartest things I ever did as a young man is shut the fuck up and listen to people that were successful. You want a cheat code in life?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Rich Guy that does exactly what I do, will you show me some things and I'll just shut the fuck up? Dude, you want to